a chair yoga practice for people struggling with chronic pain. So whatever that means to you, whether it's fibromyalgia, ME, or MS, or arthritis, whatever it might be, this is a practice for you. Now, I've got a chair, obviously, definitely going to do that for chair yoga. If you haven't got a yoga mat, don't worry about it. However, it is kind of useful for when you do, or if you do, any sort of standing parts to this. So I'm going to get a couple of yoga blocks and I'm going to put my feet upon them. Now, chances are you may not have any of these at home, and if you don't, that's okay. I would say just go and get something like cushions off the sofa, something like that, just to put your feet up onto. And the reason being is because it basically keeps the alignment of the body so much better. So you've got your knees in line with your ankles, and your knees in line with the hips, and everything is a little bit more active and sat in the right way. Okay, so if you need to pause the video, go right ahead and do that. Get everything that you need and come right back, and I shall meet you back where we need to start. Okay, so let's make a start. So sitting it towards the back of the chair, you're going to rest your hands on your lap, and we're going to just close the eyes and take a full breath in and a full breath out. Let's do that a couple more times. Nice big breath in and out. In and out. No matter what it is that you're bringing to this chair today, to this practice, no matter what the mood, no matter the emotion, no matter the pain or the tiredness, this practice has got your back. So with chair yoga, we're going to go to I'd say probably about 85% of what we feel capable of on a normal sort of day. So not going too far with it. So just really being gentle with yourself, practicing with kindness. Okay. So whatever it is that you want to change today, let's bring a hand onto the heart space, another hand on top. And just ask that question, how am I today? No matter what the answer is, just listen, be aware, and know that it's okay. And set yourself an intention for this practice. What would you like to change? Is it something physically that's going on? Is it something mentally that's happening, the business in your head, or pain, whatever it is? Set an intention. Okay, and then let that go. Bring the eyes to open, a soft gaze ahead. And we're just working with the breath. Full breath in and full breath out. So we're going to practice a breath called 3-part breath today. So I want you to visualize your lungs being a container, okay? And imagine that as we're breathing in the air, we're actually going to fill that container by thirds, okay? So we're going to breathe to a third, breathe to 2/3, and then breathe fully in. And then once we've paused at the top, we're going to exhale down. So for example, you fully exhale everything out. Inhale, stop, inhale, stop, Inhale, stop, pause, exhale. Fully out. So you can see what we're doing there. We're filling up, stop, filling up, stop, filling up, stop, and releasing the air out. So continue that breath now. You can breathe out of your mouth, breathe out of the nose. Whichever feels the most available to you. So this is helping to calm your nervous system, not breathing in 3 times in that one breath, and then releasing it. Lovely. So let's release that breath now. Let's let it go, just breathing in, breathing out. And we're going to just let ourselves walk the bottom a little bit further forward. Don't really need the blocks anymore until a little bit later, so we're going to pop those to one side, or your cushions or whatever you've used. Okay, so now we've created a little bit of space. All right, so we've got a little bit of space behind the back, and we're just tilting the pelvis forward. Now if you worry about how to do that, just think about where the sits bones are, so removing the flesh from the sits bones, planting those firmly down, and you'll naturally feel the spine will want to lengthen, and you're in a much better position to be active. Okay, so we're going to work through some joint freeing. So it's really essential that you do this joint freeing, because it actually helps open the body up nice and gently. So we're bringing the chin to the chest, breathing in, lifting the chin and then down again. So up and down, nice and steady. Taking it from one direction to the other. Bring the head up to being level, look over the shoulder. Bring the head back. Bring the head to the other side. And keep it going. It's almost like you're watching a game of tennis. Ball going from one side to the other. Lovely. Then back to seated. Release the hands down by the sides of you and just rotate those shoulders up and back. So inhale, lifting, squeezing, exhale, releasing. Just taking your time, working with your body just how it is today. I have fibromyalgia myself. I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome last year, or ME as it was formerly known. And yeah, some days are tough, you know, some days I don't have that movement. So just take it steady, work with what you've got today. Send them forwards. And then bring the elbows up and just do a little pedaling motion with the elbows. And then have a good rotate round. Let the elbows kiss, take them away. Squeeze, let the elbows kiss, take them away. Lovely. Releasing down. Take the legs a little wider so that you're more supported. Just feeling the pelvis and the hips open a little. Rotating round. One direction and then the other. Nice sits bones connected there, so we're really creating that stability. Lovely. Okay, so with the legs as wide as they are, we're going to use that for foundation for our poses. So letting the hand and the forearm come down, letting the other arm arch and bringing it back, swapping over, and just keep this going, letting that spine curl over to one side and then the other. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Keep it going. Lovely, awesome. Okay, so bring it back to stillness. We're going to push the palms forward, let the fingertips move towards the wrists and push down. Have a little rotate around, make sure that we've fully worked through these joints. You know, if you've got fibromyalgia, you know, there's going to be stiffness in pretty much all of these joints. So this part, you know, if you get those days when things are really, really bad, even if you were just to work through the joint freeing, that's going to be a tremendous help. If you can just sit on the edge of your bed and just work through the joints, letting the energy flow through them. Okay, so let's move the feet back to being parallel. We're going to extend a foot out, have a good rotate around, letting the ankle go in foot going one direction and then the other. Little bit of heel toe, and then we're going to squeeze the knee up, take a little wiggle with it, left to right, extend it out and then let it go. So let's do the same again the other side. Extend the leg, have a good rotate round both directions, and a bit of a heel toe. Okay, bring the knee up, give it a squeeze, support it. And it doesn't matter where you get to with this, everything's a little bit of progress. Just take it at your pace. Pushing out and releasing. Okay, so we're going to work through our sun salutations. So getting ready in this would be a mountain pose in yoga. So this is our chair mountain, and we're going to bring the hands together at the heart. This is called Anjali Mudra. So hands together, prayer position at the heart space. Okay, so we're going to go through lots of different movements now, working with the breath, and this way we can really move all of the joints adequately. So inhale, reaching up. Exhale down into cactus pose. Inhale, take the hands back, open the heart space, arch the spine. Exhale, roll over the tailbone, draw the belly button in, really leaning forward, hollow out the belly. Inhale, coming into a forward chair. Exhale, folding down towards the feet. Inhale, straighten up the back, look forward. Exhale, folding back down again. Inhale, coming back up to your chair. Exhale, open up a palm, take it into a twist. Bring it back. Good stuff. Inhale and exhale, moving each time with the breath. Resting, reaching, and then palms together. Round two. Inhale and exhale into your cactus. Inhale into your cow pose. Got it wrong then. Coming into a cat. Always get that one mixed up. Inhale, coming into your chair. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, coming back to your chair. Exhale, open out for a twist. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, into a twist. Releasing, relaxing, reaching, and palms together. So off we go again. This time a different version. Keep following me. Inhale, exhale. Inhale into your cow pose, exhale into your cat. Inhale into forward chair. Let's go down on the exhalation. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, folding down. So this time, instead of a twist, we're going to bring a knee up, squeeze it. Inhale, release it. Exhale, squeeze it. Inhale, release it. Relax and then reach. Palms together. Reaching back up. Last round into your cactus. Inhaling into your cow pose. Exhale over the tailbone into cat. Inhale, coming into a forward chair. Let's go down. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, coming back to your chair. Exhale, squeeze that knee. Inhale, release that knee. Squeezing that knee, releasing that knee. Take a rest, get ready, reaching up on the inhale, and exhale, finish with your hands at your chest, at your heart center. Just take a few breaths here. And then get ready to release. Okay, have a little rotate round. So we've got options to do standing in this next section, or I can show you them seated. So I'm going to show you them seated first, then also show you a standing version. So this is going to be a triangle pose. So for triangle pose, we're going to bring ourselves onto the corner of the chair, and then we're going to extend the left leg out. So I've got left leg coming out, right leg facing towards the top of the mat. Okay, and we're going to come into a triangle pose. So I'm going to let the hand slide down the leg and open. So the standing version of that looks a little bit different. So have a chair. I'm going to stand towards the chair, send the left foot back, right foot coming forward, and then we're going to work towards the chair. So let the hand place on the base of the chair, soft bend in the knee, left arm rise. Now if you want to, you could do a moving version of this. You could bring your hands down or hands down and then reaching up on the inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Lovely stuff. And then bringing yourself back down, swapping the feet over. So left foot forward, right foot back. Taking that right foot at an angle, coming down and using the hand to come up. So inhale, reach, exhale, release. So you can do this on the seated version as well, just bringing a hand up, bringing a hand down. It just depends on how you're feeling on the day. Always work with your own body. Okay, so bringing ourselves up. I'm going to turn my chair around to the side. So I'm going to do a fig tree pose. So fig tree is all about balance, okay? So with the balance pose, you're using the opposite arm and leg to come into that balance. So I'm going to take my right foot back and lift my left arm up. And this may be more than enough for a balance for you, keeping a soft bend in that knee, opening out here and taking the foot with you. So just allowing the chair to be used for that support. Okay, if we were doing a seated version of that, it would look a little different. So balancing on the edge and lifting. Okay, so if you can see that, lifting opposite arm and leg. Do the same the other side. Okay, so once you've done a few breaths of your fig tree, we're going to swap on over. So I'm going to take it to the other side, balancing on the opposite leg now. This is really more of a back bend as well. It's both actually, it's a balance pose and a back bend. Remember, it doesn't matter if you can't take flight with that back foot, you can just simply rest. And that would be more than enough for some people on some days. Remember, it's about taking it steady, bringing yourself back, and then I'm going to bring the chair back to where we were and come back down to sit. Lovely stuff. Okay, so I'm going to work on a little hip opener now. Take this one really steady. Okay, it's all about taking things bit by bit. Okay, so if this is really new to you, if you've got quite tight hips, this might feel quite strong, so we alter where things go. I will show you what I mean. So we're going to plant the left foot down and we're going to bring the right foot into a little squeeze and then see if we can rest the ankle onto that knee. Now, it may be feeling like that's too much, and if it is too much, take the opposite leg, so the left leg, just let it go straight and let it be into a little bit of a slant here. So you're holding onto it, there's a little bit of a hip opening, and then you can lean into that so that you are actually using it as a hip opener, but it's not going to be too open. Otherwise, we are here. Or that's where we're aiming to be. So take your time, breathing it through. Lovely, and then come out. Have a little wiggle and a squeeze and then just release. And then same again the other side. What does things feel like? Remember, you can always extend that leg. We can take it lower. We don't have to have it all the way up here. You know, it may be a case of you starting with a cross leg. You know, it depends on how stiff the hip sockets are. So let's take it bit by bit, just working your way up. And if you feel like you want to deepen that pose, if you come into a forward fold a little bit more with it, notice it opens a hip a lot more. Your breath is everything. Nice, long, slow, patient breaths. Treating your body with kindness today. Okay, so let's take that leg, give it a squeeze, a little wiggle and bring it back. Okay, I'm going to come into a forward fold. So if you have got yoga bricks, brilliant. If you haven't, don't worry about it. You can always put something like cushions here either side, or you don't even have to use them. You can always just come down as you are. So the reason why the yoga blocks are there are simply so that I've got somewhere to rest my hands. So I'm going to slide down, my hands down towards the ankles, and we are coming in towards those blocks. So we can hold onto the blocks. Oh, poor Jasper's dreaming. Bless him. Jasper! He was woofing at somebody then. Okay, so coming into this forward fold, and you can have these bricks any which way you like. You know, if your back's feeling particularly stiff, painful, take your time. And then the idea is that we open the vertebrae of the spine, getting ready to relax. And these forward folds are what helps us settle our nervous system into a different a different part of our nervous system, so that we're relaxing. We are starting to feel a lot more settled. Okay, and then we're going to work our way back up. Have a little squeeze, a rotate. I'm going to just put my block somewhere else, and yeah, so I want you to get comfy. So if you want to, you could pop a blanket around you, you could lean back into the chair, put your legs up on something, whatever works for you. And we're just going to have a little meditation now. So just close your eyes if that feels okay too. And I want you to use your breathing to create a really relaxing experience. So slow breathing all the way in and all the way out. Just releasing any tightness, any tenseness you might have. Just let it clear away. And pay attention to your feet. Take a nice big breath in and feel them softening and relaxing each time that you breathe out, slowly and easily. Allowing the awareness to fill the legs, up to the calves, the knees, the thighs, releasing and relaxing more and more every time you breathe out. And then the awareness goes to your hips, breathing in deeply and feeling them soften as you breathe out, sinking and settling down. And then float the attention to the back, breathing in, breathing out, allowing any tension in your back to dissolve, letting go more and more each time you breathe out. And surround your shoulders with your awareness like a comforting blanket, breathing in and feeling them soften as you breathe out, releasing the tightness and the soreness, soothing your shoulders with slow and easy breathing. Allow this relaxed feeling to begin flowing around the shoulders, soothing the arms and the hands with peace and quiet. Become aware of the mouth. So breathing in and unclench the teeth and let the lips part slightly as you continue breathing softly. The nose and cheeks smooth out, the forehead and the eyes soften. So this peaceful mind allows you to be in this quiet place, comfortable and surrounded with everything that you need. This special place, this quiet place, is a place where you can feel safe and understood. A place to feel safe with who you really are. Treating yourself to this time for quiet, listening to the sound of the breath, moving in, moving out. And then after a while, starting to draw more awareness into the breath, coming back into the present moment. Feeling more wholesome and real, allowing that energy to spread a little, wiggling fingers and toes, stretching out, starting to become more alert, more awake. And we're going to bring those hands up. Inhale, reach up. And bring the hands down the center line of the body. Coming into the heart space. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste to you all. Stay well.